Welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak 2. Well, I did some things off-screen. There was a new level to the garden, so I went ahead and did that. There was kind of a cute meet and greet at the beginning with the new members saying hi to each other. If I knew about that, I would have kept it. I would have at least shown it. Didn't know about it, so next time, if it happens, I'll make sure to record it. Everyone went up a level or two. New things were had in the gotcha games. And various skills were updated. Just slightly, because it's still early in the game and they didn't want to give you too much. And a lot of characters got towels for some reason, which I'm not going to equip. You can buy your own copy of the game and put them in towels if you like. So that's where we are with this. We're going to get on with the actual game, the main story. So let's see where to go, what to do. We want to go over there. None of the shop things are showing up as new. Oh, there's something over here. It's over here. Excuse me? You didn't happen to run into an actor in that inn just now, did you? An actor? Is she talking about Judith? I swear I saw him sneaking in just a minute ago. Oh, aren't you? Oh, crap. She hides behind Van. Nothing suspicious about that, Judith. Yeah, no, now that you mention it, I think they were doing some filming over by the harbor during the day. Maybe it's worth checking over there? Honestly, I'd be pretty surprised if some big-name movie star was holed up in an inn like this. Yeah, I guess you're right. And it is dark out here, so maybe I mistook him for someone else. Sorry for the bother. Whew. Sounds like I wasn't her target. I wonder who she was talking about then. Maybe it really was just a case of mistaken identity. Who knows? There is at least one person that comes to mind, though. Should we go back in the inn and check? Yes, because there's a green triangle there. Oh, sir! Goodness, excuse me. Sir, could I bother you for a second? Something wrong? Well, kind of. You see, we had a young man come by to check into one of our rooms a little while ago. Dad was busy at the time, so I decided to take care of it for him. The man had this stylish brown hair, and when his sunglasses dipped down, I could see he had these really gorgeous green eyes. Brown hair and green eyes? There's no way it's not him. So, what about the guy? He asked for a corner room, one next to a room that was already occupied. He even specified that he would prefer the neighboring room be with one without any woman present. So, I ended up putting him in the room right next to yours. Those are some pretty specific requests. Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to avoid being seen by anyone, and it struck me as a little suspicious. I thought about asking him what was going on, but I wasn't sure if I should or not. Nah, if you thought it was suspicious, there's no need to involve yourself further. Was he alone? Yes, he's been shut up in his room ever since he arrived. Got it. I'll be a good neighbor and check in on him then. Some of what you said has me a little concerned. Judith is like, who, me? Okay, see what we've got. Well, I guess it's a corner room, if you consider that the rest of this is maybe storage or something. This is his room, right? odd. She's standing over there for some reason. Hello, anyone there? I'm the guy staying in the room next door. Got a sec to talk? You said you're from next door. What can I do for you? The young lady that checked you in told us a little bit about you. Said it seemed like you had something bothering you. She was pretty concerned. Now, I don't mean to meddle, but... I see. I can understand why my behavior would come across as odd. But I'm sorry, I'd really prefer not to bother you with the issue. Well, if you can't talk to a stranger, how about a coworker? Judith! It sounded like whatever's going on is part of why you were late to filming. I see. Now I understand why you're here. Let me introduce myself then. My name's Ethan Smith. I'm an actor, and I came to Messeldom for filming. However, as you already know, I happened to miss today's shoot. By the way, Judith mentioned that you took my place during filming. Well, you know how Director Gotti is. When he makes a request, there's no getting out of it. If I wasn't so much taking your place as I was just filling in for a bit, definitely not planning a career change anytime soon, that's for sure. Besides, seeing you up close, I think it's fair to say your face is far more suited to the big screen than mine is. You have your own charms there, buddy. Actually, now that I think about it, I wrote about you in a magazine article recently. You're one of the hottest upcoming stars of 1209. Maybe not too much upcoming, given today. Well, I don't think you disrupted the schedule as much as you think you did. Mr. Gotti said they'd only need to do a few partial retakes. You think so? Huh. By the way, how exactly do you three know each other? I guess the best way to put it is that I was one of Mr. Arkwright's former clients. And I'm one of his assistants. Putting that aside, though, why don't you tell us the reason you didn't show up today? I heard it was because you weren't feeling well, but that wasn't true, was it? Well, you see, it's just... Listen, I get that sometimes there are good reasons for skipping work. But I'm going to be real disappointed if you keep trying to hide the truth from us. Especially with you acting all fidgety like that. After all's said and done, we're colleagues. If you can't trust me, then what does that say about our working relationship? All right, I get it. It's just... by the way, here's my card. We do a lot of behind-the-scenes work, if you catch my drift. Arkwright Solutions? I didn't know people like you really existed. I think I understand how you met them now. I mean, that's the short of it, but yeah. If you can't go to the police or the guild, we're the guys you call. And if that's how you describe your particular problem, we might just be able to help you. I guess if rumors have already spread about my absence, it's only a matter of time. All right, I'd like you to help me drive off a stalker. A stalker? Hey, keep your voice down. She used to be just another fan. But around the time I started getting popular, she began showering me with letters and gifts. Not only was she sending them to my agency, but she somehow managed to get them sent to my personal address, too. Then I started feeling like I was being watched everywhere I went. Sounds like we're already outside the realm of a little celebrity crush, then. Me being late today was because I was having trouble giving her the slip. I'm positive she's followed me to Messeldom. You know, I've heard a little bit about the mental state of stalkers before. When facing rejection from the object of their affections, not only will most people turn inward, they'll assume they did something wrong. But with stalkers, it's the opposite. They'll get angry at the other person for not reacting the way they wanted them to. It's textbook narcissism. If she's already that far gone, maybe it would be better to get the police or the guild involved after all. Well, I considered it. But it's not like she's tried to kill me or anything. And I don't want this to go public either. It could end up driving my fans away. But I can't afford to keep holding up production because of this. I just need a way to sort this out amicably. I think the stalker of yours might benefit from a consequence or two personally. But if that's what you want. Anyway, are you going to take his case, Van? Of course. All right, we'll do it. So, any idea what this stalker looks like? No, I'm not really sure. I've never actually seen her up close before. All I know is that she's a woman. Do you have any of the letters she sent you or anything? Assume that's because she's trying to be stealthy. But although Ethan himself hasn't seen her, it's entirely possible someone else has. Like someone on the film crew, for instance. Should we start with them? Good idea. Let's go see what they have to say. I think the crew's doing some teardown work by the movie theater right now. Oh, by the way, has your manager tried doing anything about this? She's actually outside the inn right now, trying to keep an eye out. Not that she knows what the stalker looks like either, though. Is that who we ran into before? Oh, and I did have one other request for you. I'd like to keep this private. Don't worry about that. It's not exactly our first trip round the block. It's good to hear. Anyway, I'm sorry for all the trouble, but I really appreciate you doing this for me.
Time to go solve some problems.
Actor malefactor started. Nobody here. Whoops, going the wrong way. Oh, I saw the staircase and tried to take a shortcut. Through the ropes. It's not really a shortcut. Why don't I ever drink anywhere else? I didn't say a damn word. Well, I did go to that club in the back streets from time to time, but I never have enough mirror, and the atmosphere doesn't suit me. It's why I always end up here when the dust settles. Blew out a speaker or two. Citrus. Obviously, I'm a fan of my dad's cooking, and the food they make here in Messeldam is great, too. But lately, I've been getting into Eastern cuisine. They don't have any authentic places in this area, though. I'd really like to eat at one if I ever get the chance to travel to the capital. Woof! Reeling in the fish we wanted was a lot harder than we thought it'd be, huh? Maybe, but it was worth it to get this cool photo. Let's hurry and post it on our account already. On it, I was thinking we could write the things down we went through before making the big catch, like a diary. For example, we could mention how we got to meet Nina Finley and her castmates at the movie they were shooting nearby. Good idea! Make sure to include the part where you got so caught up watching the film that you almost fell into the freezing water. Hey, what is this? Shannon's Wall of Shame? Could I say the same thing if I talk to the other person? Nina's way cuter in person than she is on screen. And her acting is so powerful, too. It almost blew me straight into the ocean. Shannon could be such a ditz. I mean, talk about not being the sharpest hook in the tackle box, right? If our poster's supposed to be diary style, then our flubs and goof-off have a right to be there. So I have to keep an eye out for these two. Aquino, Shannon. They showed up in the Capitol. Now they're here. We spoke to them earlier. Where to? A corner. Another corner. 2 corners. Let's do this corner first. Hi, officer. Anything to report? Society's underbelly is alive and well in this city. To this day, you still have to watch your back once night falls. That said, it feels quite a bit safer compared to when Almada was around. Back then, even we at the Force were drowning in helplessness and fear. Oh, I have another Force PG.
What do we have here?
The artist. Someone had the bright idea to vandalize one of my ships recently. I know I probably should report this to police, but blowing a gasket over something so trivial will get you nowhere in this city. That's why I'd like to let the perp off with a warning, as well as a chance to straighten out their life. Would you mind helping me find them? If you're interested, I'll be waiting at the far west end of the wharf. Wilmer. Okay, green thing there. Green thing over there. Let's go over here first. Ladies. Oh, excuse me, gentlemen. Filming in the winter chill is rough, but it makes for a gorgeous backdrop. It's one of the pros of filming on location. Each place in every season brings new sights to see.
Well...
Good job on this afternoon shoot, by the way. You really did us a favor filling in for Ethan. We wouldn't be able to stay on schedule otherwise.
Let me ask you something.
A suspicious-looking woman, huh? Don't think I've seen anyone like that around. Have you? Nope. I was too focused on packing up. Guess I wasn't really paying attention to my surroundings either. Maybe she didn't come this way? Or maybe my assumption was off. Sorry we couldn't be more help. Have you tried asking inside the movie theater? Couldn't hurt to try. Good point. I guess it's worth a shot. Thanks for your help. Excuse me for a second.
Thank you for your visit.
Sorry about that. I had to get a cough drop. For some reason, my throat feels a little rough this morning.
Today. The showing on Screen 2 will soon begin.
Provided all goes well this year,
Enjoy the film.
this year's Messeldam Film Festival should be held as scheduled. Our executive community is wholly in favor of taking hard measures, such as bolstering security, to ensure we do not balk to terrorist threats. Do not balk? Should be balk at terrorist threats.
but I will
Additionally,
bring it
a
to
growing
life.
number of them seek to introduce a variety of new approaches from here on out.
We have
Currently, we're
merchandise for
using
the
the
movie on
success
sale
of
in
the
the shop.
Tharbad Film Festival as a frame of reference to devise a way of pushing
Why
the
not buy a
envelope in our
souvenir
own
to
right.
remember your visit?
Alrighty.
Can we watch a movie? I watched each movie that was up for an award at last year's Tharbad Film Festival, and there wasn't a bad one in the bunch. As a
Thank
matter
you
of
for your
fact,
visit
I
today.
marathon all of the festival nominees and winners every year.
The showing on Screen 2 will soon begin.
Assuming nothing goes wrong, both Tharbad and Messeldam will be holding a film
If you have a
festival this
ticket,
time
please
around.
proceed to the entrance.
Fitting in 2 entire catalogs will be difficult, but I'm going to have a lot of fun trying.
Welcome.
Sure.
Robin, the Lady Justice. Now playing at a theater near you. The truth is lurking in the darkness, but I will bring it to light.
Is Robin the Lady Justice something we saw? It sounds like Judith's voice.
We have merchandise for the movie on sale at the shop.
Okay, no, we haven't seen Pon the Crop Muncher,
Muncher,
so let's look at that one. Yes, Judith and Cleopatra. Van headed into the theater with his company of choice, having decided to watch a movie during their work break. Let's see what weird thing's happening now. No one interesting in the background. They sometimes have characters show up in the background that will talk to you after the film. A boy named Nicholas finds a baby crop muncher named Pon, whom he raises in secret from his parents, and the two become fast friends. But one day he walks into his family garden and finds the fields and apple trees vandalized. Oh, this is going to be sad, isn't it? And the culprit is none other than Pon, driven to carry out this garden variety crime due to his instincts as a monster. Nicholas berates Pon, causing tears to well up in the little creature's eyes. The next day, Pon is nowhere to be seen. 3 years pass. One day, Nicholas hears about a pest digging up fields in a nearby village, so he decides to pay them a visit. Feelings of hope and dread take hold of Nicholas' heart as he ponders whether he will be reuniting with his old friend. And when he arrives, he finds a monster digging up a field, and it was, without a doubt, Pon.
Pon, why are you digging up the field? There are holes everywhere. You promised over and over again that you'd stop doing this. I trusted you. You really are a monster. Why did I ever think we could be friends? I wish I'd never met you. There he goes, off into the forest. Hold on. This farm looks abandoned. I don't think anyone's lived here in years. I don't see any crops around, so why would he... No. I had it all wrong. He wasn't digging for crops, he was plowing the fields. What have I done? Wait! Come back, Pon! Pon!
I'm getting Old Yeller vibes from this. Boy, movies are depressing these days. It didn't take long for the story to get its hooks in me, given my relationship with Theo and Zeros. Although I'm not sure if you can really compare AI with living creatures. And why would you want to? Both of them are an important part of your life. Yes, I suppose you're right. So what are the most important things in your life, Van? Perhaps it's sweets? Or your truck? I mean, I like sweets, but I wouldn't call them the most important thing. The truck's up there, though. My partner's a beaut. Oh, geez. I think my mascara is starting to run. Judith is on my wavelength. They were such good friends, but they were torn apart. Oh, it's just so sad. Getting a little misty-eyed, are we? Guess it's safe to say this one's a winner for you. Where's the sequel when they get back together? They have to make it. Yeah, I doubt this will get a sequel. Sorry, Judith. Hey, it looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Yes. Having finished their break, Van and his crew resumed their work. Van Connection stage went up, allowing you to learn something new about them. Okay. I wouldn't say I learned something new about them. I'm happy for the extraness, but... Okay, who do we need to talk to? Someone in the corner.
Thank you for your
Oh,
visit
her
today.
again.
Got a question for you.
The showing on screen.
A suspicious-looking woman. No, I don't believe I've seen anyone like that. Several women have come up to the ticket counter, but they all seemed rather normal to me, except for you and the sunglasses at night. And no one's been asking about someone in the lobby or anything? I don't believe so. They would have stood out to me otherwise. All right, thank you. And I guess you didn't come into the theater either. Looks like we still don't have any leads. I have Theo and Zerus running in reconnaissance mode, but they haven't picked up any clues. Hello, what's up, Ethan? I got good news. My manager said she managed to get a picture of the stalker. I'll have her bring it over to you right now. I hope it helps. Sounds like just the lead we've been looking for. Sometime later. Hello, you're the Spriggan, right? Ethan told me all about you. I'm his manager. I really can't thank you enough for your help. Well, we've got nothing to show for it yet, so you might want to save your thanks for later. Ethan said you had a picture of the stalker. Would you mind sharing it with us? Yes, I was just barely able to get a shot of her. Take a look. Oh, she seems really normal. Maybe even a little uptight. Doesn't really strike me as the stalker type. I didn't think so either, but appearances can be so misleading. There's no doubt that she's the one that's been following Ethan around. Now I'll be heading back to the inn to check on him. Please keep us informed of anything else you find. Am I wrong to be suspicious of the manager? It's just the way these games work. Of course, we always see a job through to the end. She seems to take her job pretty seriously. I'm sure. This situation must be awfully stressful, though. Anyway, looks like this picture was taken outdoors. Let's check around outside the theater. Literally just outside? Oh, literally just outside. Almost didn't see it because of... Hello there. Phew. All done with my deliveries for the day. I think I'll take a bit of a breather before heading back. Man, though, I can't get over the way delinquent me used to think this job was cushy. But you know, feeling the sweat drip off your brow after a hard shift at work ain't so bad.
Let me ask you something.
Have you seen this woman by any chance? Huh? Actually, I think I saw someone like her on my delivery route earlier. We passed Cross on the stairs going down to the park nearby. The park, is it? Let's go take a look. I'm not totally sure it was her, though. It was pretty dark, so I had trouble making out what she looked like. No worries. You've been a big help. Thank you. Sure. Hope you find her. From the stairs to the park. This is the park. This is the park. And on a walk. Taking a walk at this time of day is a daily routine of mine. This park is part of my usual route. Still, Mistletoe can be dangerous at night. Any ladies going about on their own should be especially careful.
Got a question for you.
Oh, that lady? Yeah, I've seen her. She was hard to miss the way she kept turning around and looking all over the place. It's like she was lost or something. Do you have any idea which way she went? Just down those stairs over there. Was she headed for the back streets? Not really the safest place for a woman by herself. She wasn't alone, actually. There was another lady with her. Strictly speaking, it looked like the second lady was tailing the first one. She headed down the stairs, too. I guess Ethan's manager finally caught up with her. Thanks for the info. Let's hurry before she gets away. Are we going to have to tail her? Please say we don't have to tail her. What is it, Zeros? Oh, she's hiding. Vital signs detected. Vital signs? Oh my gosh! Hey, this is the woman in the picture! Wait a minute, what gives? If she's the one we're after, then... Looks like someone got the drop on her. Are you all right? Yes, I think I'm starting to feel a little bit more clear-headed. Sorry to do this while you're still recovering, but we're going to need to ask you a few questions. You're Ethan's real manager, right? That's correct. I have my business cards if you need proof. No, that's all right. The picture you showed us is proof enough. I see now. The stalker secretly took the picture of Ethan's manager on the right, which means the girl we met in the theater lobby was a real stalker. She originally approached me by saying she wanted to talk about Ethan. I tried to shake her off by winding through the back streets, but we got into a fight, and... Bad news. I can't get in touch with Ethan. We need to head back to the inn. I'm coming too. Also, it's been bugging me, but what exactly are you doing here, Judith? There's no time for that right now. We'll explain later. The group rushed back to Ethan's room only to find it completely empty. However, someone at the inn informed them that he had left with a well-dressed woman. Ethan... I know stalkers aren't exactly rare in our line of work, but I never expected her to go this far. We better hurry up and find them. There's no telling what she'll do next. Yeah, we just had some kind of lead on which direction they went. Hey, what's with that stain on your foot? Oh, that. She stomped on my foot when we were fighting earlier. On your foot? Wait, that's it. We just need to read the patterns left from the sole of her shoe. Good idea. Then we can use a shard search to track her. You can do that? Footprints are very specific. They reveal a lot about a person's style, their gender, even the way they walk. Let's have Theo take a sample of that print. Sorry, it'll only take a second. Oh, sure, of course. What is this strange contraption that just materialized out of everywhere and you wanted to look at my foot? What? Analysis complete. Adding visual representation to shard search imaging. That should do it. Should be able to see where her footprints lead now. Then all that's left is to follow her tracks. Leave the rest to us. We can't risk taking you into... No, I want to go too. My agency's problems are my responsibility. Well, you've got guts, that's for sure. All right, let's go.
Something's there. Do a shard search.
She did go this way. Oh, there's another thing. Down here. Shard tokens? Is that what that said? Shard token, yeah. More shard tokens?
Not this way.
Okay. I got distracted by the shiny thing. Footsteps over here. And whatever this is, and that might be them down there. Yeah, I can't go get that other shard token. Oh my gosh, she's got a weapon! Stay back! Ethan! Looks like you all figured things out pretty quickly. Don't try to interfere. Ethan and I have something very important to discuss. Please, help me. Look, just calm down. We can talk about this. This is exactly why I didn't want anyone else get involved. Look what you've done, Ethan. All I wanted was to talk things out, just the two of us. There's nothing to talk about. You claim to be a fan, but then you go and do something like this? You are crazy. Ethan, wait, don't antagonize her. Look, just back away from him and we won't have to get the police involved. Our client doesn't want that anyway. I think we need the police involved. She pulled a weapon. Surely you're not willing to throw away your life for one man, are you? What do you know? I believed in him. But then he just threw me away like garbage. At least if we both die here, we'll be together for eternity. Right, Ethan? Eek! Threw you away? Wait a minute. Wasn't she just a fan? Don't listen to her. She's completely flipped her lid. Ethan, what did you do? Just hurry up and get me out of here. Actually, I think we should hear what else she has to say. You may have made the request, but I'm the one who gets to decide how it's carried out. I was a fan. At the start, anyway. He seemed to shine so brightly, I ended up falling for him. And then I wanted more. So I sent my contact info in one of my fan letters. Even tried to get his attention at one of the events he was at. He finally started to recognize me. We even had dinner together one time. Please stop talking. Ethan told me he loved me. He told me I was important to him. To hear him say those words, It made me feel so warm inside. But eventually, he didn't want to see me anymore. He wouldn't even answer my calls. That's not what happened. None of that ever happened. I don't even remember your name. Ooh, you shouldn't have said that. I didn't mean that. So, what did you mean, Ethan? That you took advantage of a fan? This is a lot different from what you told us at the start. And so what if I did? I'm a young single guy. Why shouldn't I be allowed to have some fun once in a while? Ever since I got popular, I've been so busy all the time. I just wanted someone to take my mind off work for a while. And you got to play romance with a celebrity. Don't act like you didn't get anything out of all this. I can't believe you. And you're ready to commit murder over this dumpster fire? That's ridiculous. You don't need to keep letting this guy hurt you any more than he already has. So please, just put the knife down. She still pulled a weapon. He was a jerk. I can't. Don't you see? I've done so much for him. There's no going back now. Stop! Don't come any closer. You're kidding. Catch her off guard. Suggest she lick her story. I like that one because I'm malicious. I wonder if that would ruin his career or not. Hopefully he stole some money away. That's probably chaos. I have no idea. He has contacts. Hey, I've got a proposal for you. This memory quartz here contains a recording of our entire conversation. Think of it as a trump card that could deal a severe blow to this guy's career. I'll go ahead and hand it over to you, but only on the condition that you leave him alone. Huh? What? When did he have time to prep that? Man preps everything. I also happen to know the editor-in-chief over at Meld magazine. They're a pretty famous tabloid. I could introduce you to him, if you like. You're encouraging her to leak this to the press? But I'm the one who hired you. How could you betray me like that? You asked us to get rid of your stalker problem, right? Sounds to me like we're still in line with our agreement, don't you think? How could you be so cruel? Please don't. I'll admit it, okay? I screwed up. Is it mirror you're after? I'll give you however much you want. I'll take the quartz. No, don't do it! This can't be happening. Please do something. I'll be ruined. You brought all of this on yourself. You're going to have to crawl your way back to the top. I suppose the agency and I will do our best to support you. But I can't just ignore the truth of what you've done. And I suggest you think long and hard about your mistakes. Don't take advantage of people. Also, don't go pulling weapons on people. Are you sure? Yes, I want you to hold on to it. I'm ready to wash my hands of this mess. But this doesn't feel right. Please, if there's anything we can do to compensate you for the trouble. She hit you over the head and hid you in a dumpster, ma'am. It's okay. I really don't need anything. Besides, I don't think we'll ever meet again. I'll be heading back home in the morning to stalk someone else as soon as I'm offended. So long. Both sides were in the wrong, but she got violent. That memory quartz is a spare, by the way. Feel free to do what you want with it. Oh no, he recorded 2? Thank you for saving Ethan. I'll be making sure he gets punished appropriately by the agency. Even if this doesn't get leaked to the press, what he did was still a breach of contract. Sounds like he's going to have a rough time of it then. Anyway, I should be going now. I need to pick him up and head back to the hotel. Oh, I guess Ethan's probably still thinking she's actually going to leak the story, huh? I say we let him simmer in fear for a little longer. It'll serve him right. Well, you want to hear any objections from me?
That's all, folks.
Reward
So I was right to be suspicious of the quote-unquote manager, and Ethan was a jerk. Ha! It was chaos. Ooh, rank up. Yay. Boy, I got the rank up to... What are their ranks? So 4, 5, does it go to 6 in this game? No idea. Okay. Another place we need to go is that corner over there, but there's a main story there. That's inside the building, isn't it? So it may be that both of them, the green and the red, need to be done at the same time. Excuse us, officer, not about to break into a company building. Not at all. No, that's Nellie. You know, I'm really glad I didn't have to stalk them. I'm kind of curious about what's going on at Club Barracuda right this instant, so let's go there first. Oh, there it is at the very bottom. Whoa, more people. This guy just live here? He was there this afternoon, too. Oh my gosh! It's Grammy and Gotti. What are you guys up to? Ah, now this is a piping hot combination. You know your stuff, Dominique. He falls for Dominique. I'll laugh hysterically. As if there was any doubt. You're no slouch yourself, though, Director. It takes a keen mind to visualize an idea right after hearing it. Well, look who came to pay us a visit. You two sound like you're talking up a storm here. Having a little chat about show business? That we are, Van. You see, I've been racking my brains for ways to push the alluring combo of eros and savagery to even greater extremes. When I brought it up to Dominique, she pointed out a blind spot that had slipped by me entirely. That's saying a lot coming from you. Let me guess. Did Granny advise you to mix in some audio magic? You're spot on. Director Gotti here is second to none when it comes to exhilarating staging. But as far as sound design, in particular making the most of the movie's score, he's no match for me. I'll say, it never occurred to me to accompany a scene that thrilling with a sorrowful bolero. And without any sound effects at that. I have to admit, I wasn't all that convinced at first. But once I closed my eyes and played the scene out in my mind, I saw it. The elevated sensation and immersion. The pathos bubbling over. What else did you expect from that legendary singer? I say singer because I can't pronounce that word. True enough. In all the events and plays Grammy made hits out of, the music always played a major role. Subverting musical expectations is something a lot of productions have used to transform themselves. Audio usage aside, however, it's up to you to blend all the elements together into a cohesive movie, Director. At the very least, whatever you put together had better live up to the number I picked out. Ha ha ha, say no more, Dominique. Your song of choice will be woven into Salvatore Gotti's greatest, most cathartic show of eros yet. He says in front of the granddaughter. Director Gotti here is a more engaging fellow than most. There are very few men who can talk on my level when it comes to entertainment. It's been a long while since I had somebody worth drinking the night away with. This just might be the one. Oh my gosh! I was not wrong. Ha ha ha! The world is right to call Dominique a legend. She went up me good there. Not to mention her definition of entertainment slots in seamlessly with mine. Tonight we're going to while the hours away by sharing as many industry secrets as my heart can handle. Oh, it's this guy. Please, make yourself comfortable. There's no better night for it after all. Incidentally, I don't suppose you've been facing any troubles in your line of work? Oh, I don't mean to pry. Offering business advice to others simply happens to be a pursuit of mine. I find the many different ways people make Mira to be quite fascinating, you see. Do let me know if you ever need a willing ear. We're probably going to have to make use of him at some point.
Yeah! Shake it, baby!
Hi, Tiffany. I got a letter around the beginning of January from someone who helped me out in the past. It really took me back. Her name is Mistress. Sounds like she's still doing well for herself, despite everything going down at the Capitol. Heh, hard to believe that 8 whole years have passed since she left this place. Mistress, Blacklake District's charming lady of the night. Supposedly, the owner here had some sort of dirt on her. She must have been a big deal around here if this girl still looks up to her after all this time. Mistress was the top earner at this club until 8 years ago. A lot of us girls adored her like a queen. If it wasn't for her, I never would have gone from life at rock bottom to finding a steady job at this club. But not even she was able to stand up against the owner. He made sure of that. Oops. Hit the wrong button, sorry. I meant to do this. This guy is still here. Lux. Ha! I'm on top of the world tonight. What? No, the club out there gets me worked up the way this one does. My wife would divorce me in a snap if she caught wind of this. Good thing I don't plan on getting caught. Lux. Oh, it's the manga writer. Miss Kakuna? Are you sure this is really the place to be gathering material? The way I recall it, Akira and the rest of the main characters are all underage. Oh, they are, but I wanted to find a nice spot to relax. For me. Anyhow, this club is the real deal, huh? Just look at how raunchy that girl on stage is getting. Please stop leering at the dancers, Miss Kakuna. You're embarrassing me. Huh. So Croning isn't good with places like this. Not that I care one way or another. The hedonism. The degeneracy. No, I need to stay strong. For Miss Kakuna's artistry, I will wade through hell and high water. Yeah, I don't think I can relax here. It just isn't the same as how I pictured. Not to say it doesn't pique my interest, but what I need is someplace cozy and comfortable. Okay, I'm glad Whoops, wrong one. Glad I did that.
It's certainly lively in here.
Places like these really get going at nighttime.
Probably best that we grab what info we can and go.
Boy, what he said and what the words were on the screen were totally different, although the gist was the same. Now they've got me using gist a lot. Okay, well, I'm really glad I did that. Should I go to the bathhouse? How am I on Mira?
Wanna have a little?
I have a decent amount since I did the Garten. I probably have some Sepith I can sell too. Oh wait, there was another one. Oh, that's down at the dock. That's probably it. Can I fast travel to the dock? You're the guy who was upset that his boat was tagged. Now, see what the Barker guy's saying. The sun goes down, the real fun begins. Beneath the skin of every human being is a beast waiting to cut loose. Rationality and moderation ain't worth a tinker's dam. So come on, don't be shy. Just follow me and I'll hook you up with one of the best dives in town. We're good. What are you doing, sir? Will. Everything's going dark. It's the end of the world. Sir, it's night. What's the smell? Don't ask me. Someone must have farted. Forget it. It's chow time. Bring me your finest garbage stat. Oh, dear. Drunk? Drunk. Yeah, liquor in one hand and a pretty girl in the other. Perfect recipe for a good time. For a sailor's dryland's like an oasis in the desert. That's why we've got to go overboard. Can't well do that while you're out at sea. Alrighty, time to buck up for tomorrow. Gotta work hard in the day so I can play hard at night. Oh, it is the same artist as before. Exact Arms. You never know it from the outside, but supposedly, the place is heavily guarded. Security is part of their business, so we'll have to stay on our toes. You good to go, Judith? Yep. Just say the word. Choosing to proceed will cause the main story to advance. I have a... As a result, some unfinished quests and unseen sub-events will disappear. Continue preparing. I need to get to the wharf. Save game. Okay, that's not tags, that's street art. Phew, okay. Will you stop? So you're preparing. Okay, go way over here. Okay, go
The
way
ocean
over
seems
there.
kind of eerie at night, don't you think?
Probably was much worse when Almada was still kicking.
I can see why you might be upset, but at the same time, that's pretty good. That is genuine street art. You must be the guy we're looking for. Arkwright Solutions. We're here about the request you posted. Well, if it isn't this Spriggan, thanks for coming. All right, let's step to it. Why don't you start by giving us some more info about your request? Your note said you wanted us to catch somebody who's been spray painting your boats. That's right. It's turning into a real problem. You see, I run a number of different businesses, and we use my ship for foreign trade. But just take a look at this one. That sure is something. Kind of impressive, honestly. They did it so quickly, too. One of my employees stepped away for just a moment, and then there it was. Artistically speaking, it's very well done. Yeah, but I get why you wouldn't want a skull mark on a foreign trade vessel. Sounds like someone was trying to grief you. I don't mean for this to sound accusatory, but is it possible you've wronged someone recently? No, I don't believe I have. Not that everything's smooth sailing all the time, but things have been pretty stable in Messeldam for a while now. However, I have heard a few rumors recently. Apparently, this exact style of graffiti has become quite the common sight of the area, even in public spaces. I suspect that whoever's responsible for those is also the one who did this to my ship. Huh, now that you mention it, I guess we did see some graffiti around town earlier. Still, if it's really that big an issue, why haven't you taken this to the police yet? Right, it seems a bit odd to reach out to a Spriggan for help. Given the nature of the image, the culprit could easily be held on charges of both property damage and slander. I suppose that's a fair question. But if something like this were enough to rile me up, I'd never be able to do business in Messeldam. Yeah, especially when Almada was around. The thing is, even with Almada out of town, crime is still pretty high around here. Getting the law involved is a good way to build grudges. By going to a Spriggan, I'm trying to prevent any future retaliation. Is it really that dangerous around here? I guess you can never be too careful about your livelihood. Agreed. If I hadn't heard about Arkwright Solutions, I'd be in a world of trouble right now. Anyway, given the situation, if you find the suspect, I'd like to let them off with a simple reprimand. That is, if they agree to help clean their art off my ship. What do you say? Do you think you can help me? Well, it does sound like your kind of job. Still, I'm not too sure about this one. But should we just go ahead and accept anyway? Yes, we should. Somebody had the bright idea to vandalize one of my ships. Yeah. All right, it's a deal. We'll take your case. Thank you so much. I'm in your debt. Oh, and just so you know, the rumors didn't specify anyone about what the artist looks like. That being said, I believe I've heard they work almost exclusively at night. Using the dark to stay hidden, huh? Makes sense, says Grimcat. Sounds like now's as good a time as any to start investigating, then. Yeah, let's head to the back streets first. If someone's slinking around at night, we'll probably find them there. I suppose it is where we're most likely to find our next lead. Oh, look at the time. I have some work I need to attend to, so I'll leave you all to it for now. Do you mind giving me a call if you find anything? Feel free to ring me up whenever. Will do.
Time to go solve some problems.
Should I be suspicious of every quest I get in Messeldam? It can be this guy's son or nephew or daughter or something. Or wife. That would be fun. Okay, so back streets. Whoops. Wait, what's this? No connection event available. Good. Okay. I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. So if I go back to the club, it'll stop me from accidentally triggering the main thing. Already spoke to... Oh, we didn't speak to you, did we, sir? Feeling seems as unperturbed as ever. No matter, my duties as hired hand are to be performed without complaint. That much will never change. Okay, just around that dog leg. Turn the corner and we're there.
Hey, big boy. Wanna have a little fun?
People are admiring the art. Something to chat up over here. Let's chat these guys up first. Sure looks a lot like the art we saw on that ship. Let's ask these guys about it. Hey, you got a minute? We have a few questions about that piece over there. Huh? Haven't seen you around here before. Sure, you guys like it too? Oh, I see. I didn't get a good look at it before, but the whole thing's a bird. You just see like the bird bit in the middle. It's like bird, moth, what is that? But the whole thing's a bird. I've been thinking about it ever since we spotted it earlier. It's incredible. Was this done with spray paint? I doubt a public wall is the best place to be doodling, though. That's not a doodle. That is art. What did you exactly? What did you just say? Look, it's not doodling, all right? It's graffiti. Oh, sorry. It's all right, Katra. Graffiti's still kind of an on-the-rise thing. I've heard about it before. This is my first time seeing a piece so up close and personal. Yeah, it's pretty avant-garde. You guys really seem to know your stuff. Can't you just feel the heat pouring off this thing? The subtle messaging? When the world's trying to rein you in, you gotta break yourself out. Huh? I thought this was about causing havoc and wrecking shit? What? Man, this is exactly why I don't associate with uncultured losers like you. What did you just say to me? You cruising for a bruising, pal? Hey, hold on, guys. To each their own, all right? So I'm guessing you two didn't make this? Shh, no. The real artist actually painted it right over a piece of their own. That's amusing. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's whatever. Just something that happens around here. Only so many places in town that will let us do art on their walls anyway. It's kind of like a turf battle, but for artists. Of course, if somebody paints over our stuff with something lame, we'd probably just beat their ass. But when it's this good, well, you just gotta deal with it. You know, I kinda like their attitude. We have lots of little unspoken rules like that. It's just how we roll around here. But this newbie doesn't seem to have figured that out yet. Newbie? Like I was saying before, there's places where graffiti's allowed and places where it ain't. See, a long time ago, there was this group of punks that liked to paint whatever they wanted. But then they got sued by the tourism department. That's why we have a rule to only graffiti in places where it's not going to cause problems. This newbie doesn't seem to care, though. They're spray painting people's homes and everything, even the ones on the main street. This sounds like it could be our culprit. Yeah, the description's practically a perfect match with the rumors. Huh? What are you talking about? Sorry, don't mind them. We're looking for someone that's been doing some graffiti around town. Any idea where we can find this newbie you were talking about? Nah, never even met them ourselves. Not sure if they're just super stealthy or what. What we do know is that they're apparently pretty young. Now that you've mentioned it, I did see some new graffiti over the park when I last came through. Looks pretty fresh. Maybe you guys want to try over there? That's a pretty good lead. Thanks, guys. Park's just up the stairs from here, right? Correct. Let's go check it out. Say anything new? Hurts to admit, but this newbie everyone's talking about is the best mistletoe I've seen in a while. Doesn't seem like they know the unspoken rules of the street, though. Hopefully we'll get a chance to give them the heads up when they get cuffed.
Indeed.
I saw some new graffiti over at the park. It looked pretty fresh, so whoever did it might still be around. And who are you? Oh, that's Romeo again. Yeah, I closed some pretty good deals today. About 5,000 mirrors worth altogether. These lemon flavor uppers have been making me a killing lately. All right, drug dealer.
Hey, big boy. Wanna have a little fun?
Ma'am, you need help? Or just help negotiating? Ooh, so that's what you're into, is it? You've got my attention. What do you say we chat each other a little longer? I promise your pocket won't regret it. My goodness. Oh, we need to turn here.
Gotta have the mirror if you want the good stuff.
What am I looking for? No idea. There was something over
It's
here.
fishing time.
Oh, there's fishing here? Oh, I see. We have to do it there and then run to where that is. Got it. Run, Van, run! Oh. Or maybe not. Okay, never mind. Oh, hello. Maybe this is what it was showing us. I think I'll do fishing later, now that I know it's there. Park up this way, park up this way. Ooh, there is another new one here. It's another bird. He was right. The ink's not even dry yet. Surely that's paint, not ink. They must have just been here. This one's just as impressive as the last. Yeah, you can really tell they have a gift for art. I guess some people are just drawn to this kind of thing. It feels like there's this longing to be free. Honestly, if you showed this to an appraiser, I bet they'd tell you it was worth a load of money. You can put a price on a wall? And everything considered. Wait, if that's true, don't you think the art could increase the value of Wilma's boat then? I mean, assuming the culprit really is the newbie they were talking about. Yeah, it's possible. You know, from how our client was talking, it sounded like he'd been in Messeldom a long time. Given his reputation for culture, what with all the commerce, sightseeing, movies, and ballet, seems kind of odd that he wouldn't know about the graffiti scene, or how valuable it could be. Maybe he's just not into art? I mean, it probably just looks like scribbles to some people. Besides, I'm sure having a skull painted on the side of your trade vessel isn't very good for business. Yeah, I guess you've got a point there. Huh? Looks like someone's coming this way. Let's hide. If we're lucky, this might just be our little artist friend. Hide? Where exactly? Oh, let's try those stairs over there. That actually does make sense for once. What's a young girl doing out here at this hour, and all by herself? She has hair the same color as the princess? That can't be right. Seems like she's interested in that piece of graffiti. Phew. This punch really freaked me out earlier. I'm in the clear for now, though. Oh, she's continuing. Just add a little more shading here, and perfect. Love and violence. People have to suffer because of... I can't read because of what. What am I even doing wasting my time on this? I must be stupid or something. Oh well, at least it helps to get all that pent-up energy out of my system. Looks like she's getting ready to leave. Seems like she's pretty good at avoiding people. I guess she'll take off if we try to approach her now. Let's wait for her to get wherever she's going. We'll try try to talk to her when she's less guarded. We have to tail her. Ugh. Last time I did this was a disaster. I had to restart it like 3 or 4 times. Maybe more. Yeah, like that's really going to hide you. Wait for her to get past the lamppost. Because I figured the lamppost was where I would need to hide. Hide in quotation marks. She's right at your feet. Really, they're right at your feet, girlfriend. Lamppost. Not at all ad to be racing for Gil at the lamppost. She can clearly see from where she is. This is ridiculous. These have got to be some kind of mystic pockets or something. Oh, do we approach her? Can I save? No. Doesn't look like we're about to get... Okay. Phew. Okay, that's not the princess. Hey there. Old one out tonight, isn't it? Huh? Who the heck are you guys? Arkwright Solutions. We're what you might call fixers. There's a job we're on right now, and we're kind of on the lookout for someone. Listen, all we ask is you hear us out. If you don't like what we have to say, we'll just tell our client we couldn't find them. But we're going to need you to be honest with us. Let's start with the most pressing question. You're the one that did the graffiti in the park, right? You wouldn't be asking if you hadn't seen me. Yeah, I did it. What's it to you? All right, let's move on to question number 2 then. Did you graffiti a skull into one of the ships in the harbor recently? Yeah, I think I did that one earlier this evening. The ship was so big, it was like it was made for it to be a canvas. You seem pretty proud of it. Sounds like we've got our culprit, all right. The guy who owns that boat is looking for the person who's taken to decorating it. Sorry, but you're going to have to come with us. Whatever. He just wants me to clean it off, right? Pretty funny he'd send fixers after me for something so small. Don't you think you should be a little bit more remorseful, young lady? No, she's an artist. Why would she be? You're lucky he wants to resolve things peacefully. He could have called the police, you know. When you make a mess for someone else, you gotta apologize for it. Yeah. I try and make a break for it, but it sounds like that just makes things worse. What a pain. By the way, what's your name? We'd like to let your parents know what's going on. The name's Kasara, and I ain't got any parents. Oh, I didn't mean to. And since you'll probably ask, I ain't got a home neither. I'm a stowaway from Northumbria. Oh, okay. Only landed in Messeldam a few weeks ago. What? A stowaway? Makes sense. Northumbria was in a pretty sorry state after that whole salt pail incident. But ever since they declared independence from the Empire, the part for their rebuilding efforts has been on the rise. It's what I've heard too. Seems like an odd time to stow away. Oh, sure. Everyone else was in good spirits. Must have been nice to get a fresh start. But I couldn't stand it. Everything felt so suffocating. My dad died when I was young, and for a long time it was just me and my mom. Then, 5 years ago, she had a rare disease, and it was getting worse. There wasn't much the doctors could do, so they just put her on bed rest. But that's when the Northern War happened. And the Empire invaded Northumbria. Yeah, if I remember correctly, they even declared it a province of the Empire. And that's right. And for better or worse, they started reconstruction on Northumbria under their rule. After the war, a lot happened. We declared independence and life got easier for lots of people. And everyone who needed a doctor could finally get one. But as Reconstruction went on, Mom kept getting worse and worse. The doctor said it was because she didn't get the treatment she needed from the start. And then, at the end of last year, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to make you go through all that again. I don't need your pity. My mom always talked about wanting to live overseas someday. I think Calvert was the place she wanted to visit the most. She used to go on and on about all the legends you guys have here, like the Grim Cat and stuff. Said it sounded like an interesting place. Oh, did she? Judith is a terrible actor when she doesn't actually have a script, isn't she? So I figured, now that I'm on my own, what better place to go? But all these people here have got it so good. Kinda ticks me off. Anyway, once I learned about graffiti, I just started doing it to pass the time. Nothing more to it than that, really. And now, here you are. Is it your story or mine? Whatever, it's fine. I should talk to that ship guy so we can get this over with. Sounds to me like there's a little more going on here than just some graffiti. Let's deal with the request before we cross that bridge. Sounds good to me. I'll get in touch with our client. I put in a call into Wilmer and gave him a quick explanation of everything that happened. I certainly wasn't expecting a little girl to be the culprit. I don't care if it's graffiti or whatever you call it, but you can't just go around drawing on other people's property. Hey, aren't you going to apologize? Sorry I painted on your boat. Apology accepted. Now, as long as you agree to help us paint over the drawing, we'll consider the matter settled. Phew, but that was the end of it. As for the rest of you, you have my sincere thanks. I'll have to walk her through the repainting process, so I'm afraid it's goodbye for now. Again, thanks for all your help. Pam patted Sarah on the shoulder. It's not going to be easy, but make sure you do a good job, all right? Hey, don't go getting all touchy, you creep. Well then, with that, let me show you to our warehouse. That's not where the boat is. Hey, where are we going? I thought we were heading to the boat. Unfortunately, it was empty, but Katana just knocked over again. Katana being my black and white cat. You didn't really believe that, did you? Assumes that means you don't understand the gravity of your actions then. Allow me to explain. You see, the material used to coat the outer shell of my ship is of incredibly high quality. Your worthless graffiti has damaged it. Irreparably. I'll have to pay roughly 10. Wow, that's a lot of zeros. Did you really think something like that could simply be painted over? How would I know? You stupid. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Learn how to speak to your betters, you damn punk. Ahem. My apologies. Now, how do I get you to pay for this mess? Oh, I know. You can work for my company. Huh? Yes, that's an excellent idea. You can be an exclusive in-house artist. Oh, he did recognize her talent. You know, I actually have a few contacts in the art world as well. I'm sure they'd be more than willing to pay for your work. Ah, yes. What an excellent solution. So, what do you say? Well, I need an answer. All right, I'll do it. Then we have a deal. Pleasure doing business. Worse things turned out like this. I always get the shortest end of the stick. These people. That goddess that just tossed me aside. I hate them all. Now, let me take you to the room I've prepared for you. Don't worry, you'll be guaranteed food, clothes, and shelter. You'll never have to take a step out of my sight for the rest of your life. Sorry, but I don't think I'll be letting this one slide, Wilbur. How did you guys get in? Spriggan, as much as I appreciate your help from earlier, I'm afraid that I must ask that you leave. Trespassing is not an act I take lightly. I think we'll be staying right here, actually. Especially after what we just heard through the bug I placed on Kasara. You placed a bug on me? Is that why you patted me on the back? Did you now? And I assume you have a reason for going to such lengths? Sure do. See, when we first approached you about your request, you were talking like you'd been in Messeldump for a while. And if that were true, there's no way you wouldn't have already noticed. Kasara's art is crazy good. So good, in fact, that if someone were to sell it, they'd no doubt make a good deal of Mira. Huh? Plus, you were pretty quick to declare that the recent outbreak of graffiti and the art on your boat were done by the same person. That's because you have a keen eye for artists. While I appreciate the compliment, I think you might be overstating things. Did I not say that graffiti's all scribbles to me? We heard what you said about having your contacts in the art world buy Kasara's work. I'm afraid there's no coming back from such a contradiction. Just admit it, Wilmer. This entire time your goal has been to find some unknown, uber-talented graffiti artist and use her as your personal cash cow, wasn't it? And that's not even to mention that lie about the damages being so much. That's just what Kasara's art would sell for. I'm only connecting the dots because Van said something to me earlier, but Wilmer's come up with a suggested target in my Phantom Thief files in the past, which means now's my chance. I can't believe it took me so long to notice, though. So what? We've already agreed to settle things, with her approval, too. The way I see it, you have no right to complain. She only agreed because you threatened her. Glancing at Judith. If you're thinking of reporting me to the police, I would reconsider. After all, doing so would likely place the blame squarely on your own shoulders. I mean, think about it. You illegally barged into my warehouse, assaulted me, and even attempted to steal all my valuables. The artist, I suppose. You think they'll believe something like that? Well, you said it yourself. I've been in business in Messeldam for a long time. I have a certain amount of sway around here. Enough to cover up any mistakes, even. Now, it's high time you meddlers saw your way out, I think. Don't you agree? What are we going to do, Van? We can't just let him go. We'll lose out if we keep pushing. None of our normal methods are going to work here. That said, I'm not exactly keen on letting old Mim get their way. Guess the only thing we can do now is leave it in her hands. Her? What was that? A card? It can't be. If evil hides in darkness, then my justice will be a shining light. Grimcat, at your service. I've come to take a special treasure from a certain villain. Grimcat? Isn't she just some silly legend? And what do you mean, a special treasure? Are you talking about this girl? You're delusional if you think I'll lose to you. What? Recovery successful. Could you really be... Hold on, exactly what is happening here? Am I being kidnapped by someone else now? Don't worry, you can leave the rest to me. Not too shabby. So that's who he was talking about. Listen up. From this moment on, the child is mine. You try to take my things, you better be prepared for retribution. I'll steal your entire fortune and spread it all across all of Messeldam. Don't think you can intimidate me with your bluffing. Wanna try me? For starters, how about I take all the mirror you've piled up from not paying your taxes? Then I think I'll take your secret account book and parade it around town. It's hidden behind a door that can only be opened by a single key, right? One that's on you at all times. How could you possibly know that? Are you truly a phantom thief? It seems you don't understand the position you're in. I take that means your status in ill-gotten gains mean less to you than I thought. No, please, wait. You win. I just have to pull back from the girl, right? How half-hearted can you get? Say it with your chest or not at all. Damn it. All right. I swear I'll leave her alone. I'll never interact with the kid ever again. Are you happy now, thief? You act too big for your britches, but fine. I suppose I'll accept it. Pray we never run into each other again, criminal. Thus, I bid you adieu. Grimcat then picked up Cassara, jumped out of the warehouse, and disappeared into the dark of the night. Damn it all! How did that Grimcat end up finding her way here? Everything was going so well. Well, that's the end of that. We can just leave this guy here. Let's get going. Yeah, right behind you. Phew. I thought my heart was going to explode back there. I never thought I'd actually get to be Grimcat, though. She even saved me. Yeah, it's a miracle she managed to show up. Right, Judith? Come on, no need to act all sulky about things. I wouldn't be acting so sulky if someone didn't wait until the last second to give me the signal. You guys didn't happen to see where she ran off to after she brought me outside, did you? She told me to wait for you all to show up. Are you friends of hers or something? Huh? Oh, no, not us. That'd be crazy. Well, let's just say we've bumped into her a few times. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Anyway, I wanted to thank you all for coming to rescue me, I mean. Still can't believe that old guy was such a creep, though. And I screamed like such a little girl, too. Ugh. Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I mean, I was pretty freaked out myself. Let's just be God, everything worked out in the end. Oh, I almost forgot. Grimcat gave me a message to pass along. Huh? What did she say? She said, I may have told him you were mine, but the truth is, you're free now. to starve to death in the streets, I guess. Oh, that's a little sad to hear. You think so? Why's that? But don't worry, it's all right. She's done more than enough for me already. I'm not sure how to put it, but I guess the world isn't such a bad place after all. I wish I knew how to thank her for saving me. Maybe I'll try giving some more thought to my future. I think I've been doing whatever I felt like since coming to Mistledam, but it might be time for a change. Sounds like a good plan to me. And if there's anything we can do while we're in the area, just give us a holler. We give some pretty good discounts to our success stories, you know. Don't let the act down for a minute, can you, Van? Thanks. I appreciate it. Judith, do you have any contacts in the art world? And with that, the curtain closed on the case of the creative culprit. With the reward they got from Wilmore in hand, good. Van and the others went back to preparing for their big heist.
That's all, folks.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Law and chaos. Alright, well, we're going to pause here. I'm going to go drink some hot tea for my voice. And I'll see everyone next time. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good rest of your day.
Alrighty.